In folklore and mythology from around the world, there are many tales of vengeful spirits that are said to haunt the night roads waiting to hitch a ride from unsuspecting motorists and then vanish from sight once they get in the car. Some say these are the ghosts of people who died in accidents on those very same roads, while others claim they are malevolent spirits who prey on the living. One of the most famous cases of a hitchhiking ghost happened in 1961, when a young woman named Mary Lou Lorden was driving home from a party in the early hours of the morning. As she was driving, she picked up a hitchhiker and the two started chatting. The hitchhiker told Mary Lou that he was late for a funeral and asked her to drive him to a specific address. But when Mary Lou arrived at the destination, she found that it was a cemetery. She also noticed that the hitchhiker had vanished and that the cemetery gates were locked, which meant that he couldn't have possibly gotten out of her car and walked away. To this day, no one knows what happened to the hitchhiker or where he disappeared to. Another similar case happened in 1979 when a man named John Robinson was driving home from a pub with his friend David Clark. They had been drinking heavily and they were looking for a shortcut when they decided to take a dirt road. That's when they saw a young woman standing by the side of the road with her thumb out, hitching a ride. John stopped the car and offered to drive her home, but as they were driving, David started to feel uneasy. He said that the woman looked strange and that he had a feeling that something was wrong. But John ignored him and continued driving until they reached a bridge. That's when the woman suddenly jumped out of the car and disappeared into the bushes. John and David searched for her, but they couldn't find her anywhere. And when they finally returned to the road, they saw that the car was surrounded by police. The officers told them that the woman had been reported missing, and they needed to ask John some questions. But before he could tell them anything, David suddenly ran over to a nearby lake and jumped in. He drowned himself, and when his body was pulled out of the water, it was discovered that he had a strange mark on his neck. Some say it was a hickey, while others believe it was a bite from a vampire. These cases are just two of many in which people have encountered hitchhiking ghosts, but there are even more that are stranger and more terrifying. Now it's time to make your own choices. What do you think happened in these cases? Do you believe that hitchhiking ghosts are real? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked this video, please remember to share it with your friends. Until next time, stay safe and don't forget to lock your doors at night.